Hey guys, so I'm back again. I know I haven't gotten much progress here. It was actually kind of difficult to level this trailer, so don't laugh at me. The slope of the yard proved to be difficult. So, just to kind of go over what again we have, this is a 27-foot trailer, 26 foot 8 inches, but a 27-foot trailer nonetheless. So, what I'm going to do with the board here, I've actually got, these are 2x6s. I've got a 2x10 that I'm going to cut the portion out here and attach it, what would be a 2x6 there normally. So that way any backward force that will be on the house will be a little more stabilized. Plus it'll give me another way to lag bolt onto the frame. And I'll do the opposite on the back end. I'll put the board on the outside, which is actually a 3-inch piece of square tubing, which will prove to be really easy to bolt that to. I've got 10-inch bolts, 10 half-inch bolts, 10-inch half-inch bolts. There we go. Finally got it out. So what I've done here is just kind of brace the frame on the inside a little bit more with some 2x4 cedar pieces. I'm going to stand up here on the frame. So I have done what's called canter leaving, which is, instead of making the brace, putting the brace up underneath like you would on a normal subfloor, so the support will be on a down force. We're actually looking at an up force because the walls will be on the outside of the frame, trying to make the board bow from the center up. So to prevent that, you cantilever your joists and you slide. It's pretty easy. You slide this bracket on. I overkilled, but that's okay. I'd rather have more than less, right? And that's it. I screwed 2 in from the outside here too, as you can see, and make sure you measure 2 feet on center. That's very important that you measure 2 feet on center, so that way you have 4 foot on center as well, so you can attach your plywood subfloor, or your plywood subfloor. This is the subfloor that would be on top. I'm not quite done, as you can tell. I'm not going to leave it like this. I have to come up with sheet metal. So what I'm going to do is put 4 by 8 foot sheets of corrugated tin, and hopefully the weight of the house will flatten it pretty well, and it'll give me a pretty good support for the foam insulation that I'll be spraying in. A friend of mine actually has some door panels. They're inset cuts, like what would be a normal door where they put the nice windows in the middle. Well, it's the hollow space, like the donut hole, that will fit perfectly into these slots. So there'll be 2 in each one, and then I'll fill around with foam, and there are 2 pieces of aluminum with thick foam in the middle of it. It's almost like styrofoam, so the density of it, I'm sure, is far beyond R22. So what we're going to end up doing, again, like I said, is putting those panels in, foaming them, but underneath is going to be the tin as well. So I'll have, 3 or 4 layers of tin between the floor, the weather, and the underside of the house. 13.5-foot ceilings, or from the wheel to the top. I'm actually not sure how that's measured. Do you measure from the center of the rim up, or do you measure from the ground where the rim of the tire up? I'm curious about that one. Everyone say hi to Chicken Nugget. And that's Egg Roll. My 3-year-old named them. So yeah, this is the progress I've made so far. What I'd like to do today is to get a similar frame like this built on the other side. Excuse me, Chicken Nugget. I'd like to get the similar thing built here, I'm leaving this area blank because I'm thinking I'm going to do 2x8s to raise this floor a little bit, but I'm not sure. I have to do some drawing and see if that works with my plans. So this is what I've got so far. Let me know if you guys have any pointers, tips, questions, or especially if you have access to materials. I am in dire need of lumber and metal, sheet metal specifically. Or if you have old tools or old screws, that would be great too. So with that, I'll leave you with Chicken Nugget over here scratching underneath what will be the house. It'll be kind of nice. Just gonna keep all the bugs out from underneath.